Americans think that everywhere is like the US. Now, check this out. Let's say you live in the US and you
Now I must say, he almost ain't lying. Now I don't know this creator by name. I just so happen to see the video. But everything that he's saying is almost true. It's almost true. Because let's put it in a scenario like this. A whole scenario. What do you pay for every month? Lights, rent, car payment, insurance, even water. Why in the are we paying for water? When water is supposed to be free. Let that sit on your brain for a minute. Also, too, y'all ever thought about, like, what sense would it make to make somebody make all this money and then they have to spend it the next day? Literally the next day. Okay, so what I mean by the very next day, I mean you go and make 6 grand, right? You go and make a whole 6 grand. You like, yeah, I got my check today. You know what I'm saying? Blase, blase. Yeah, I got my check today. But then as soon as you get ready to go and pay all your little bills up and you go back to look, you like, wait a minute. Why the hell am I only left with like almost $100? Really, almost $100. Because if if you know like I know, that money gonna go fast. And no, rent, I ain't seen rent as cheap as $500-600 since I was almost 20. Period. And even then, when I was living in Florida, my rent went from what? $1,400 to a whole $1,600. Tell me how that worked. Then I went and moved back to South Carolina. The rent was pretty decent, the rent was pretty decent. That's pretty good. But then you was always spending an arm and a leg. Even when you had money, you had to spend an arm and a whole leg just to get certain things. Like, for instance, groceries. Don't play with me like y'all don't know. Don't act like y'all don't even know. Why is it when you go in the store, you only leave out with a little bit of stuff? Talk to me about it. Now, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about neither. Now, what I'm talking about is you go in the store and everything marked up in there almost $30. For what? Vegetables are not organic. So why? Did y'all not know that it is a law that you cannot produce organic foods in America at all? Everything y'all eating is GMO. And I promise you I ain't lying. That I ain't lying about. Y'all think y'all be going to all these organic stores? Y'all think y'all be going to all these places and they always got fresh fruit? Tell me about it. How that work? Because if you can't produce fresh fruit here, literally you cannot produce fresh fruit in America. And I want somebody to challenge me on that. You cannot. Why is fruit like $30-40? Or food $30-40? Y'all poisoning it all anyway, so why y'all gonna make it expensive? Like, y'all would be the worst drug dealers in America. This probably why y'all don't sell weed or all this other stuff federally. It's because y'all don't know how to even make money. And trust me, I know y'all don't know how to make money because first of all, if you wanted to make money, you don't mark up everything just so you feel like you can get money because you're not going to get money. Trust me, I've tried this theory and it worked every time. If you mark up something so high just because you know they need it, a lot of times they just not going to need it anymore or they just not going to even buy it. Then you left with a whole bunch of stuff just sitting there looking stupid. What sense do that make? I don't get it either. You can't tell me any of that makes sense. What I would do personally, and which I will do, I'd be dropping all the prices on everything. Because how you gonna make money if ain't nobody gonna give it to you? That's dumb. Tell me how that works, stupid. Like, none of y'all be thinking about this type of stuff. Like, if you go up on something, if you know you got something, even though it is valuable, right? I get that, yeah, it's valuable and it's gotta make money over time, but be smart and think about it. If somebody sell you something cheaper than what somebody else is selling it to you for, you gonna go buy the most expensive thing on the chart that they got? Or you gonna get the thing that you can actually afford consistently? Tell me I'm fucking lying. I'm not. I know I'm not lying. At this point, I'm just over this whole government thing. The Democrat and Republic Party, they family members, and then on top of that, like, you got the independents that they don't even acknowledge like that. Like, this world is basically built on nothing. Like, we turned it into something, and then they turned it into nothing. How that work? Like, I seen a video yesterday where a man said God created everything on this earth, and it was all free. Why y'all think we over here spending money on dumb stuff nowadays? Who came over here and tried to just take over everything like they always do? Which I also can say, nah, I ain't gonna get that far into it. But he really ain't lying. Like, if you live in America, there is a 9 out of 10 chances that you either A, are living from check to check, or B, you got the money, but you gotta spend it every time you get it. How you supposed to save money like that? Even if you are saving money, how are you supposed to keep money in your pocket if you gotta spend it every day? You can't make no money or save no money having to spend your money every day. Y'all want rent, y'all want light bill money, y'all want car insurance money, y'all want all this stuff. But y'all just not smart enough to realize that trying to make prices higher ain't gonna help y'all none. It's just gonna make y'all the dummies because when y'all got all this stuff sitting aside because y'all either had to A, turn it off, repo it, or they just not gonna pay it, then what you gonna do? Because when the next person don't wanna buy it, then you just got junk laying around. That's not business. That's really not business. And then you'd have to figure out what to do with it when you got it laying around. What's the point? What is y'all point? Y'all ain't making no point but to say, oh, well, we got it. They don't got it. We just trying to stay rich. But y'all dumb because y'all ain't even being rich no more. Y'all can't even keep up with y'all lifestyles no more. Even the rich can't even keep up with their own personal lifestyles no more. So make that make sense. Why is it that they got all these inflations all the time? Why is it that they got all these problems when people being homeless and all this other stuff? It's because y'all being dumb as a government official and to say that, oh yeah, it's okay to make them poor because not only will it make us look poor, it's gonna make you also look poor because that is also basically called a domino effect. Just because you do something to somebody else don't mean it can't happen to you because it might just almost happen to you because you think about the scenario. If you living in a house just like I'm living in a house and you can't even put food in your house, I can't even put food in my house. What's your point? Tell me that. I don't know. Like, conversation open, y'all. I'm out.